Hello and good morning. I'm pausing because I've noticed that if I catch the replay, I start talking and then YouTube aren't quite up with me when I've gone live. So I'm going to hope that that little pause at the beginning made all the difference. Hello and welcome to my live. You're watching Esther at Stampin Star Creations. I can see Vicky is up. Good morning in Australia. My head's a little bit chopped off, so I'm going to put you up a bit. Nice to see you all. Today I'm going to be using some stamps as per usual, and this is what I do, and I'm going to be stamping on some Velveteen paper. So Stampin' Up sell this gorgeous Velveteen paper which I used a while ago. Have I not put my notifications off? So naughty. I did it on the other phone and not this one. Make sure they are off. Sorry about that. Right, where were we? So Stampin' Up sell this gorgeous velveteen paper that comes in 3 colours. And they're a nice mixture of colours to use for all kinds of projects. If I remember, I'm a bit terrible at doing this. I'll try and link the video in my description of how I use the colours last. Now, what I did last time was about 8 different techniques of what you can do with this paper. So I'm going to do some stamping today, just directly onto the paper. So you can emboss, you can stencil through it, you can stamp on it, you can, I think you can dry emboss. Have I tried that? I'm not sure. But anyway, we're going to do some stamping today, so welcome. Nice to see you. Hi, those watching replay. I know some of you catch this in the future sometimes, months and months on, which is amazing and scary. But yeah. So thank you for those who catch this later. Good to see you all hopping on. It's lovely to see you. I will do the register and say hello to you all before I get going. If I miss your name, do excuse me. But I will say hello to those who are on live because it's just nice and personable to get a shout out if you're watching live. So let's do that now. I said good morning to Vicky. I'll say good morning again. Hi, Gina, Pamela, Caroline, Cindy and Mindy. Cindy and Mindy, there we go. How's that for a rhyme? Okay. Excuse me. Why is it when I come on my live, I get a frog in my throat? I'm just going to set up my other device. Oh, Joanna's sneaked in there. Good morning. Good morning. Good evening. You're in this country. Too busy saying good morning to the Australians. Hello, Roxanne. Roxanne Bowles, what a cool name. Hi there, Kerry. Where are you? Oh, from Ohio, you said already, Roxanne. Nice to have you with us. Roxanne, is this your first time or have you been with us before? So I've got some strips left over from some previous projects, and these measure 3 inches. Don't ask me what the length is because I think they slightly vary. I'm going to start with the colour I did a tester on, and I'm going to use this one. Oh, well, warm welcome. Nice to see you again. Hello to Ellie and Renee. Nice to see you. So the stamp that I'm using is All Things Fabulous because there's not actually many stamp sets I have that are sort of mainly flowers. And I've not used this one in a while, so I thought this would be... I just thought I could use a different stamp set for later. So remind me, I might use this one later for the brownie colour one. Okay. Let's get a moving. Let's get it started. Did I put the stamps back? I think I have. Right, so the idea is basically to stamp on the paper like you would on paper, but we are using this velvet paper. So on the back it's like a thick paper, and then on this side it's like it's a flock, also known as a flock. It's got that lovely, it's almost like a peach skin effect, so if you don't like that effect you might not like the feel of this. I'm just checking to see if I'm missing a stamp. Okay, so sorry, it's a little bit zoomy in and outy because I'm using my other device, so hopefully it'll settle down in a minute. So I'm using quite strong colours because when you go to stamp on the velvet paper, because of the texture of it, it is quite fuzzy. So you might find that your colour tones down a bit and it doesn't come out as maybe bright as it would if it was coming out on white cardstock. So I'm going to just create a pattern along my strip. Like I said, it's only a strip because it's what I had in my stash. And then I'm going to be able to cut this down later. I need to make some customer thank you cards. So this is a great way of just being able to cover a whole area with some stamping. So that was Pretty Peacock. Oh, Kerry. Kerry says, I'm glad you're using this set. I still haven't mastered how the flowers stamp together. I need to practice more. I think I've got a playlist of using this stamp set, and today I'm not actually going to use them together with, I'm using them individually. So everything I'm stamping is individually stamped rather than fitting it together. But there are a few times which I've described how the stamps might go together, so you might want to check out some of my other videos if you haven't already. But once you get the hang of it, what I would say, dropping my stamp. What I would say is that sometimes it helps to do it in what some people might deem as a reverse order. So rather than stamping the largest one first, which would be the lightest colour, you might want to stamp the darker ones first. Now the only issue with doing that is that you might need to leave yourself a bit more space around each stamp. I'm just going to zoom it in a bit if I can. There we go. I look like I'm coming slightly fuzzy on my other screen, but if you change the quality, it usually helps it to clear up. That's better. I can see myself a bit better. It felt like I needed to wear glasses then. Okay, so I've done flowers and leaves, and then I'm going to use this stem here, and I'm going to go back with the Pretty Peacock. And we're going to fit in some of these around the arrangement. Now, the one that I did earlier, I've just gone and picked it up, and I think it's smudged a bit. So you may find that you need to wait a little bit longer for the ink to dry, or it's because I possibly went around the edge. Maybe that might be what was affecting it. We shall see. So the plan is I'm going to do a few of these on different colours. You alright? It's alright. So, okay, that'll do. Hi there, Steph. Welcome. Thank you, Roxanne. She says, you're so talented knowing where to place the stamps. Well, once you've got a little cluster of flowers, then you're just kind of like doing a bit of a spray from there, really. So practice, I guess, partly, but just... And then this is the little, call them grapes, that go with this. With the stems that fit on top. I quite like the contrast of the colours. So I'm keeping these all bluey turquoises. Somebody mentioned about the fact that the colours are going in June, and I was like, oh yeah, that's not far off. So the Stampin' Up bring out 5 colours every year, and they last for 2 years. And when the new catalogue comes out, it means that they say, oi, move over, and some new colours come in. And the Pretty Peacock is one of those gorgeous, gorgeous colours that I really like. I don't want to see go. Now I'm adding this without the stems, you might notice, just to give it a bit more colour and movement without having the stems there. So it looks a little bit more layered and natural. So yeah, Pretty Peacock is one of my faves, and I'll be sad to see it go. Ellie liked them all in that collection. Did you? Yeah, I must admit, I did have favourites, and they weren't all my favourites. I think I'm going to stop there, or else I'm just going to end up going a bit wild. So shall we cut it up? Let's cut it up so you have some idea of. Now I think, let's just have a quick measury. Oh, it's just under 9 inches. Okay, so we'll cut it at 3. Hi Christine, and who else has come on? Gina, were you on here already? Well, if I cut it just under 3, then hopefully it won't look so bad. Okay, so now I've got these lovely squares. Oh, don't smudge it, she says. Right, well, the plan is I do want to just add a bit of, this is where I think I smudged it last time. So I'm just brushing the edge with my pretty peacock. Hi there, Levine, good to see you. Hope you got your cosy socks on, Levine. Just brushing the edge, and this is where I think I picked up and smudged, so I've got to be careful to let it dry off. I know, look at my fingers, she said, yeah, I know. I'm terrible. I wonder where the smudges come from sometimes. Thing is, when you're crafting, you can't be stopping, can you? You can't stop and clean your fingers. I mean, let's just clean the stamps, that might help. Okay, so I'm going to leave these to dry. Now, I was going to cut some white cards, and then that's when the smudges occurred. So, excuse me, just trying to reach for my clip. And then I will mount, I do want to mount it, and then it will go on a piece of white card. So, there, I'll stick those to the side, and let's do some more. Can I have a sip of tea? Oh, that is very cold. Ugh, yuck. Right, I'm going to try, because I tried to shortcut. I'll tell you a little story. We've got a coffee machine, and you know, it can produce just hot water if you don't put one of those capsules in. And I was like, oh, I've got to be quick to make a cup of tea. I won't boil the kettle, I'll just start the machine. But I noticed that when I put the tea bag in, it wasn't very hot. It wasn't kind of exactly steeping my tea. So, yes, it's not a very nice cup of tea at all. Right, I'm going to change it up a little bit and use this larger rose, methinks. And let's change up the leaf. Hi there, Sheila. Hi there, Ruth. Nice to see you. Okay, and this time, rather than going lots of purples, I've chosen 3 different colours. So I've got Blackberry Bliss, but then I thought, oh, I don't know what Pumpkin Pie would look like, or Magenta Madness. I stroked the corner of the paper with Pumpkin Pie, and it looked okay. So I'm hoping it will be okay. We shall see. So let's get stamping. So Blackberry Bliss. Remember, the colours do fade out a bit because it is that velvet paper I'm stamping on. So it's not as vivid as the solid colour by itself. I'll just stamp on here to prove it to you. Okay, you can look at that, you can see the difference. That's why I'm using quite dark colours in the hope that it will show up when I do my stamping. And then let's introduce some pumpkin. Oh, that's bright. I didn't expect it to look like that. I didn't expect it to come out so orangey. There you go. You never know till you try. That's the thing. That's the joy of playing and just trying it out and saying to yourself, I wonder what it would look like if. Hi, Jan. So let's try magenta. Oh, look at that. That's nice and All things bright and beautiful. That's pretty. Must have glue on my paper, it keeps sliding off. I like that. Okay, do some more here. How is everybody today? Sorry, I was keen to get stamping and I've forgotten to ask you how you all are. Fill me in, let me know. Have you had a good day? Jan is cold. I think a lot of people are getting snow at the moment and feeling a bit chilly. I was going to go out for a walk with the boys this afternoon and it started tipping down with rain. So we waited for the rain to subside and we headed out. Oh, that's good, Ellie. If you know you're going to have your COVID vaccination, it helps, doesn't it? I'm just going to, I can't bother to do the stems, quite frankly. So I'm just going to stamp these by themselves. Who says quite frankly? Have I told you this story already? Oh, pardon, had a burp. I was talking to the boys the other day and saying that, like, I didn't remember what age I suddenly I remember like thinking about it, but not remembering when I suddenly started using like what I call grown-up words, like bigger words that you wouldn't normally use. Now I spotted something on the front and I'm trying to find it. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Like, I remember using fancy words and thinking, cool, since when do you suddenly change from not using, oh, quite frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Yes, gone with the wind. 3/4 of Texas is out of electric. Oh dear. Trying to save the turtles. Oh. Kerry was trying to get her craft space today, but my back is bad. Oh, Kerry. My sympathies. My utter sympathies to go out to you. It's very debilitating, isn't it? Okay, it's a bit different, but remember, I'm going to cut this up. I will show you the ones we've just done, and these will just be mounted on a darker colour and white. So again, let me just check the size. Oh, 8. Could go 4 then, make it easy for my brain. There we go. So, I tell you what I haven't done is I've not inked around the sides. So I'll just quickly show you the ones we've just done. So we did a blue version on the soft seafoam. And then I'm just going to edge these. Oh, what colour? I fancy edging them in. Let's do one in maybe magenta. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you go bright, you go all out. No point hiding the fact, is there? That's quite fun, I like that. Shall we see what this one will look like in Blackberry Bliss? There we go. Now, let's try another colour. This time we're going with cinnamon cider, and this time I'm wondering about using this stamp set with these colours. So I might just clean up my stamps a second. So I've got some spare blocks. Just got my chamois off to the side here. My rather dirty chamois, but just gets loved and used. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, we don't want too bigger designs, so we'll go for the kind of smaller ones. This is fun, so many colours, says Mindy. I do like this blobby one here. Call it the blobby one for now. And let's go for this actually, because this just brings in a different dimension to the party. My whammy looks like my hand did last night. You mean my chamois whammy? I understood that. Delinda came up with a chamois whammy rhyme, didn't you? Right, I think that one for that one, that one for that one. Okay. So I like the idea of maybe making this quite sort of, I don't know. I can't think about the word. Oh, that's, I wonder if this needs re-inking. I think it does. Feels a little bit. Let's press a little bit harder. Okay, it's not coming out as dark as I thought it would actually. We shall carry on regardless. Might need re-inking or something. Summit. Okay, let's try. Oh, interested to see what this colour looks like. Now, the question is, do I want it? I think I want the pattern all over. Yeah, you see, that's interesting. This night of navy, this cinnamon cider, this brownie colour, it's probably one of the harder ones for it to show up on, but we will complete the project at hand. Do some overlapping. So the colours aren't as distinctive on this one. I think it's a lot more masculine, I would say. Oh, I like them. This is Mary Merlot. Or Mary Merlot. Merlot. Mary Merlot. I can't remember how Ruth says it now. Yeah, not entirely convinced about that one. But I will cut it down and see. Good morning, Miss Ellen. How are we today? Sometimes it's not until you've cut it down and done what you want to do to it, you know, you can then see the potential. So, oh, we've got another 8 one. Okay. Let's cut it down to 4. Oh, look, can you see under... I've got a bit of a rainbow of colour underneath my trimmer. Better wipe that off because it gets smudges otherwise. I might blast it with a tool gun. Emphasis on the first part of the word, did I say? Oh, Janice. How many late marks is that against your name now? We are marking it in the register, I hope you know. Be detention for you soon. Janice, you're always welcome. Come on in. We see you. There's no sneaking around in this class. Even if it is in the back door. Nice and inky. The trouble is, if I'm rubbing it with this, I feel like I'm getting it more, making it worse. Okay. Up you come. Dylan says we felt the draft. Okay, so this is what we've been working on Velveteen paper. So just mind your headphones, your sound, your volume. You might want to put it down a touch. Oh no, Ellie says she accidentally used the heat gun, near her stamping scrub and burnt a hole in one side of the matting. Uh-oh. Jan, I must admit I do prefer the aqua pieces as well. But let's just see where this takes us. I'm going to layer these up. I feel like these need some gold on it. I just think it would make all the difference. Okay, so my plan was, I don't know what to do about my hands. See if I've got. Do you think hand sanitizer is going to make it worse if I put some on? You can emboss it. In fact, should we try embossing? Because I've got my let's try that while we're here, before we do any more. I want to try this texture emboss. Jan says, Esther, you make me feel better that you get ink on your hands. I just think about opening the ink and it's on my hands. Oh, that's funny. So I had a new arrival today. My baby arrived, the little mini emboss. Although unfortunately, this embossing folder is too big. Look, I haven't even touched it and I've got ink on there. Let's have a look. Oh, look. Got a nice imprint on my... Whoa. Let's get that to focus a minute. Can you guys see that? That is so cool. Too right, Janice. If you don't get covered in ink, are you even a stamper? Sorry, I have tried to play with my settings so that it doesn't zoom in and out, but I can't seem to. I've even got like something called stabilizing on, and it doesn't seem to make a whole lot of difference. Let's do some more. Okay, let's do this one. Yep, heat embossing works. So I was saying earlier, if you happened to be here at the beginning of my broadcast, I was saying that I have done a video with lots of techniques of using this paper, and you can heat emboss on it, but it doesn't come out like super clearly. It does come out, but maybe turn my autofocus off. I think, to be honest, it's worse when I do that at Navarona. I will try and have a look again to see if I can fix it. It's not as kind of clear cut, if you know what I mean. The menu is not as clear cut. Okay, let's have a look what other folders I've got. Okay, thinking maybe, should we try the wood grain one? No, not sure about that. I might try. I have got this one. This might look nice. Ellie says she's got a drawer full of embossing folders and keeps forgetting to use them. This is the wrong setting. Hold on a minute. I thought it would be. Using with standard, using with embossing, 3D embossing folders. 1 and 4. This is 4, isn't it? Using with standard. No, it doesn't like that. Using with 3D. I can't remember what I did before. So this one. That feels better. Janice reckons she's going to try and sit quietly in the corner. It moved. Look, it moved just as I was... Oh, that's annoying that it's moved because I've got... It looks as if it's... So I'll just... When I put that on a card, I'll offset it, okay? And that will help to fix that. I must admit, I think, yeah, with embossing folders, it is the kind of thing that you've got to, like, have out or make a point of using. So sometimes it means just physically moving it to a place that you're going to look at them or challenge yourself to use them in your next project. That is so cool. I love that. Look, it looks like canvas. Christine says, have I tried bleach stamping on it? No, not on velvet paper. I tried it years ago on paper, but I've not tried it recently. I think I quite like the textured. Now I'm going to stick to the textured one. Exactly, like when you've got a new stamp set, you leave it out on the table to make sure you play with it or have it in a box or something. Steph says that she doesn't own embossing folders. She wouldn't use them, so no point in wasting money on them. So yeah, of course, just, you know, spend your money where you're going to use it. So I've got a little bit of pink on that one, but, you know, it just adds to the nature of the... I do like it on the dry emboss though. It does give a nice... I'm getting more and more ink on mine. It's a good job I'm not a perfectionist crafter. Honestly, you guys would be here like the whole evening if I was. Now, one thing I did get today is these square dies, is the word I'm looking for. I don't know if there's one that's going to be big enough for that. Let's have a quick look if I can get to it. Where's my dies? Squares. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, it's just too big. Never mind, I shall use them for another project. Let's clear the decks. Embossing folders are fun because there's a lot of techniques you can do with them as well as just using them for embossing. Okay, let's hope nothing falls down. It's all a bit piled up there. Okay, let's bring you down slowly, and we're lowering you. Okay. Now, where was I? No worries, Pamela. Good to see you. Who doesn't buy embellishments? Ellie, how can you not live without embellishments? Embossing folders can just about understand. Embellishments, I'm sorry. You need to have those in your life. Now the plan was... Can't actually see what I'm doing sitting down. Maybe mount these on a bit of I'm thinking maybe a thinner border. Hi Wendy, sorry you're late. Oh, somebody didn't want to go to bed. That is frustrating. That's all you want them to do, and they just do the opposite. Oh, really annoying. Oh, I moved. So much for having a thinner border. Okay. I'll just get the little baby trimmer out to straighten this up. It's a bit easier. Okay, now normally I would probably chop the inside of this out, but you know, it's such a small piece of card, it's not worth it. And I think the velvet paper could do with having the stabilizing effect of the back. Excuse me. And then we're going to try blackberry bullet. Oh, it's too small. I like it when my scraps fit. Like this one. Just eyeballing it. Have a little guess. If it's wrong, cut it again. That's the way I roll. Where did I just put the other one there? So that one. And no worries, Christine. Thank you for popping along. Steph buys embellishments but makes her own. Ah, I see. Oh, isn't it wonderful when scraps just happen to fit? Hey there, Bonnie. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so I'm just going to do these 3 for now. I think I need to go wash my hands soon and see what we've got. Let's put you up a little bit. Now you might want to put glue sort of fairly liberally, because it is a bumpy surface. Oh, it feels so soft. Who doesn't like peach skin, the feel of peach skin? Let me know. Thank you, Delinda. Delinda says they're pretty. These are so pretty, she says. Now, that's going to annoy me. I've got like a white edge there. Bonnie says she needs to go back and rewatch. That's okay. I will leave it up for your viewing. Just yours, Bonnie. No, I'm joking. You and everybody else that wants to find out what I've been up to. What a funny way to go to sleep. Just get really like giggly and silly and then zonk out. Imagine if us adults did that. That'd be crazy. Maybe she would do that when she is an adult. I don't know. So like I said, this has got a lot of colour going on here. So the plan is just to put it on some white card. Now, my fingers being where they are, I did have a piece of white card out to show you. There it is. Oh, Steph's had to buy a new silicone mat because you've dyed it so much. Okay, this autofocus is really bugging me. Stop it now. Stop. I wonder if I can change my settings in here. No, I can't. Okay. Stop autofocusing. Just stop now. So the idea is just to pop it on a bit of white like that. Okay. Make it just, you know, in its own little right, be a little work of art by itself. In fact, I don't think I'll even put the sentiment on. I think I'm going to have them as their own little pieces of, and that might look nice on some, oh, what have I done there? Whoa, vanilla. So thank you so much if you're watching for the very first time ever. You are very welcome to my channel. This is, oh dear, come on. This is vanilla. You can't tell the difference too much on screen, but I always think that those browny colours look nice when it's on a vanilla background. And then last but not least, there's that one. Oh, Ellie prefers nectarines. We could do it this way around, I suppose. Or you could even make it into a little square card, which would look cute. Might do that, I think. Make that into a square card. So there you go, folks. Oh, thank you, Dylan. I don't know why it's questioning that comment. People are saying they prefer nectarines to peaches. Yeah, I suppose nectarines. But this has got the feel of a peach. If you like that velvet feeling. I need to press this down a little bit more. I can see it lifting. But look, just creating more colour. Hi, Wendy Marge. Nice to see you. So that's interesting. I was wanting to go for a lot more squares, but actually having the bigger ones have worked out quite well. So I might put that on some magenta. I think it'll look better. Try the green on the vanilla one. Okay, certainly. So that's the white. That's, oh yeah, that's nice because it gives it a totally different tone. Oh, good idea, Bonnie. Thank you for that. Yeah, I might try putting that on vanilla. I think I'm going to have to put these under something a bit heavy or underneath my mat to weigh it down a bit. So, thank you so much. It's been lovely to have your company, as always. It's nice to be able to stamp along with people, to share, to inspire, to get you go get creating. And if you are inspired, if you're on Facebook and you are inspired by something I've made and you give it a go yourself, or if you've made things using Stampin' Up products, then please you can share it on my Facebook page at SSC Inspired and Shared. So I'm just going to recap the old colours. Oh dear, it's just... Hey Shirley, I'm actually wrapping up now. So this one was the first one, Pretty Peacock, Bermuda Bay and Coastal Cabana, which I think is probably my favourite one. Then we branched out a bit with Blackberry Bliss, Pumpkin Pie and Magenta Madness for this one. So it's really interesting to see how the colour looks on the velvet paper. And then, like I said, I don't know if my ink possibly needs re-inking for the early espresso, because that, believe it or not, was stamped in early espresso. So there we have it. And if you want, you can vote. So a simple 1, 2 or 3 in that order. And I'm going to just give my nose a blow. Excuse me a minute. There's no mute button, is there? There you go. Bit of trumpet. Let me know. Excuse me. Sorry, felt like my nose needed a blow. Yes, I like number 1. Kerry and Cindy have voted for number 1. And it's probably because the lighter colours as well. Oh, excuse me. Shirley likes that one. Julie likes that one. Great stuff. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around. I don't know why it comes like extremely close when I get back. Oh dear, it's like right in my face. It's like, wow, already. Oh dear. Oh, Delinda's branching out and going for magenta. Ah, thank you, Gina. Bonnie's gone in for number 1. It's a winner. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming. It's becoming my catchphrases. I'll say something else. Shall I? Be well. Bring a bit of sunshine into somebody else's life and send some happy mail. Love them all, but the green one floats my boat, says Janice. Oh, I'm sorry you've missed it, Shirley. What was that last comment? Christine agrees with Delinda. All right. Nice to see you. I've said it again. I'll just stop. Bye. I will. I'm quite tired. All this half-term malarkey making me go to bed late and but I'm trying to get up a bit early so that I still get jobs done. There you go. Take care, and I'll see you again hopefully next week. Thanks so much for joining me. God bless. Hugs, love, and toodle pips. Bye.